Hello, everybody. We are back with another NBA 2K podcast hosted by yours, RF Ribeiro. You can just call me Rib. That's what the community knows me by. And today I want to talk about a few things. We're going to talk about the cover design. We got the winners. We're going to talk about some of the chatter going on in the 2K Twitter world. And we're going to talk about just how soon we are until we start hearing information about 2K24 that we might be interested in. So, I hope you guys have been enjoying these podcasts. So far, they've been, I would say that they're kind of stale because I'm by myself and they're just starting out and there's no video. Mostly there's no video. And I guess a lot of you probably, you know, don't want to listen to me, but I did see from a Spotify poll that you guys would like these to be longer, even with me alone. uh, I'm gonna wait for a poll like that to maybe get more votes. It didn't have many votes, so maybe there's like one hardcore fan out there, and I appreciate you very much. And I'm still working on getting some guests. I think once more news start rolling out, it'll be a lot easier, and it'll make a lot more sense too for me to have guests. Um, so yeah, let's jump right into it. Let's start with the uh, cover design winners. So I announced this yesterday, and these are our winners based on your votes. The 2K community voted on this, or I should say, the NBA 2K Reddit community voted on this, and anyone who may have happened upon the voting ballot, I guess. And these are the votes. These are, the covers y'all voted for. And I also voted. I did. And I will share with you guys the covers I voted for. But it's really neat to see this every year. I do wish I do wish more people entered this year. This was a low year. I think I said this in the last podcast. And yeah, because of it being a low end year, there wasn't, I guess, much selection in the voting ballot, um, which is not a bad thing. But I guess the incentives for people to want to make the art wasn't enough. A copy of 2K24 is not enough. Maybe we should have other goodies for next year's cover design contest. So, the covers I voted for, uh, I think out of the four that won, I might have voted for either one or two of those. Either one or two of them. Um, Let me see. I don't think I can find my own vote. However, I can show you guys the ballot, which is now closed, obviously. So I really liked this Kobe Bryant cover because, oh wow, this really really zoomed in. Um, Using the 24 on the jersey as the number for 2K24, it's creative, it's different, and I don't mind it. I think it looks really really cool for like a legendary edition, or in this case, a Mamba edition. So it's not the standard cover. So I really enjoy that. And then I think I voted for a Jokic cover just because it's Jokic. I'm a big fan of Jokic and everything he's been doing in recent years. Although the cover can look a little bit too much, it really jumps into the Joker look. Um, I still enjoy that. Jokic is getting the recognition he deserves. So I voted for those. and I voted for this one as well. And the reason I voted for it is because it's a painting. In all my years being a mod here and being a part of this community on Reddit, I have never seen a painting cover. Now, 2K, the official 2K covers in recent years have been paintings because they wanted to step away from the um the Photoshop aspect of a cover. They wanted to jump away from something that people can recreate at home very easily. Or not very easily, but it anybody can put a cover together. Whether it looks good or not, um, anybody can put. You can go on Google, you grab these images, you put them together in a rectangle. You slap a 2K24 logo on it, and you can call it a cover. Um, and 2K wanted to go, in an opposite direction, which they have, and they've done wonderfully, I think. All the paintings, the artists that have put work into all the covers in the past few years, um, they've been paintings, and I love them. I think they're great. Even if they are digital paintings, it's still a painting process, and I really, really enjoy it. So when I saw that somebody made a painting cover, I was like, yeah, like this is obviously it's not it doesn't how do I say this? Maybe the NBA 2K24 title should have been not painted. It just it's too different. It's too different even as a painting, it's too different from like a 2K24 cover. But I think it has more to do with the fact that NBA 2K24 is also painted on, and 2K, even with their painted covers, they don't paint that. Um, so that's Mark Aguirre, by the way. Hopefully, I'm not mispronouncing his name. And this cover was made by Jade M Art, and you can find him on Reddit under the name Jade M Art. If you go into the cover design contest post on Reddit, which you can find through my profile, if you go in there and you scroll down, you will see his art, his entry, which is this cover, and yeah, it's an oil painting, and he's been trying to paint recently to emulate the 80s 2000s live sports TV look. I feel it adds energy and lets your brain fill in the missing details, which it does. It does a good job at that. And his only issue is that it is a little bit crooked, is what he said. And he didn't notice it until it was a little bit too late. Um, Again, I think it's wonderful. I wish there was more creativity like this in the 2K community. You don't see a lot of that. A lot of it is photoshops. The my team concepts are photoshopped. The covers are photoshopped. Um, this was refreshing. So shout out to Jade. He got one of my votes as well, and those are the three votes that I had in the cover design contest. And yeah, congrats to all the winners. I will be giving out the grand prize winner a copy of 2K24 whenever the game releases, of course, not earlier. And next, I don't know if you guys partake in Twitter at all, but there's been a back and forth going on between left right players, people that dribble. They do the left right dribble, and it looks cheesy. Well, it is. It is a cheese. It is a cheese move, and people that play the game with hop steps and step backs. The regular 2K moves that I think 2K would prefer you to do. There's been a back and forth between which ones are better and which ones are not good and which ones you should be doing, which ones are competitive moves and which ones are not competitive moves. And I gotta tell you, like, I tweeted that I think it's good that there's a balance. It seems like there's a balance in the community between the two. Do I like the left right cheese? Do I like it? I've never liked anything in 2K where most people are doing it because they see content creators do it and and then they want to replicate it and then that's who they become. And not just in moves, it's in builds, it's in looks, in the character. It's There's very little originality when it comes to the general 2K content, uh community, and like the fans of the of those content creators and how it all revolves around. It feels like it's like a, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but if you play 2K for a few years now, you'll understand that um a lot of people just copy other people. And that happens a lot in life. Happens a lot in a lot of things. You tend to copy people that are better than you. You tend to copy people you look up to. I understand all of that. But in a video game, and especially in a 2K video game, it's a sports video game where 2K23 gives you options. There's a lot of options that maybe we didn't have as many in years past. And even if you look into 2K League games, if you watch 2K League games, so the actual pros of NBA 2K, um, there's some left right going on, but they're not. They're making plays. There's it's a lot of they're making plays most of the time, from what I've seen. Right? They have set plays and they're following through with them most of the time. Um, a lot of times when I see a guard get open for a shot in 2K League, they're not doing left right for 20 seconds. Um, I feel like a lot of the left right stuff and a lot of the cheesy moves that players do in the rec in park, um, they're doing that against random people that are just trying to play the game. Either that or and they do that with a full stack against randoms, which I've had that happen to me. I've told you guys I play solo rec a lot. I end up getting put in the squad of 3 or 4 people. I end up matching against full teams almost. And my team, I don't know them, they don't know me, they're not gonna give me the ball, um, and I have to earn my shots, and if I miss even once, they're not gonna give me the ball ever again, and then I have to, figure out this team that we are facing, um, and how they can communicate better and how they know each other and we don't, and it makes for a messy game a lot of times. Um, and I find that the pro scene in the rec, so the comp scene in the rec, they take advantage of that a lot. They take advantage of, you know, the guy who, just worked all day, wants to come home to play some 5v5 rec, and he he gets, he gets put in the blender for the whole 20-30 minutes of a rec game, because he doesn't know what's going on. He's by himself. He's with these randoms, and he's not playing against other randoms. He's playing against guys that are doing cheese moves that they learned on YouTube, and it makes for an awful experience a lot of times. Now, my personal opinions about it, I don't mind it. I don't mind it because I don't think left right works that well in most situations. Like I said, in 2K League, they're not doing that for 20 seconds on the clock. Um, people that do that, they're doing that in the park. They're doing that in the rec when they have a team and they're playing against randoms that don't know what's going on, right? They don't understand the move. Um, I think for most normal people that play the game regularly and they understand what the move is, offensively and defensively, it's not too bad to face. Unless, of course, you add elements to it where, okay, maybe you're left writing and there's a big in the way setting you a screen and your full team playing against randoms and, things like that. Then, yeah, that can be problematic. But I don't mind it. I think there's good options out there. And I want to show you guys here how there's a lot of 2K community posts about this thing, especially here with Dimes. I've been reading. His are the most recent. Um, and there's people saying, no, this play style is better. This play style takes more work. I feel like y'all saying he's still left writing, but it's coming from actually reading the defense spammers or comp players mindlessly left right just to get open and jack up a fading three. It's true. He's literally reading and reacting. This is a solid play style. That is also true. So again, I don't mind it. I don't mind whatever way you want to play. 2K has a lot of options, and I feel like there's a good balance that I think will be improved on in 2K24, and people shouldn't be so hateful or I don't know, so against other people's play styles if it works for them. Of course, if they're saying they want to do this a certain way and it's not working for them, then maybe don't pay attention to that. But if someone says they're doing this and the game allows you to do this and it's not breaking any rules or terms of service, it's not breaking anything, then you do it. You do what you feel comfortable with, and thankfully we have options. There's options. So what is the issue here? We want everybody to be doing one thing instead of doing these multiple things. um Personally, uh I left right minimally. I do it when it makes sense to do it, but most of the time, my favorite shot to take is the step back or like the hop step and try to get really, really, try to get people really off guard on it. So just to kind of lose them in those so that they're pretty wide open. Um, so I do that a lot. I do. I don't know if it's Booker or Luca's hop step. I do that quite often. I have a YouTube short on my channel with like a highlight that um, shows me doing a few of those. Um, so personally, those are my moves. And again, I don't play. Uh, I don't play in a. I'm not doing 1v1s. I'm not gonna ever do that. Uh, the stage. I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna do no. What's it called? Um, I'm not gonna bet any money, wages. I'm not gonna do that. I think that's a little silly. Would I be up for joining a comp pro am team and then maybe face other teams in like a tournament setting? Yeah, that would be amazing. That would be great. I love doing that. It's why I played sports all my life. I love playing, team versus team, trying to win. I love doing that. I did that in the Overwatch League where I played in the Get Good North American tournament. I played uh, anytime there's any sort of, it doesn't even have to be a tournament, just scrimmages with against other people that we don't know. I love that, and whatever play style people want to do in that, That's up to them. That's great. I don't mind it. As long as if I have a 5 stack and you have a 5 stack, go ahead and do what you want, and we'll do what we want, and best team wins. So that's my take on that stuff. Now, lastly, we're gonna talk about what I can talk about involving NBA 2K24, and um, it is June 20th as of me recording this podcast, and I think I'll also be uploading it today. So um, it'll be about it'll be about 2 weeks or so. I'm gonna guess no more than 3 weeks, no more than three. If things are on track for us to find out who the NBA 2K24 cover athlete is, and look, once news start rolling around, maybe this is your first time being involved in NBA 2K. Once news start rolling around, it's gonna be every week until September. It's gonna be sometimes almost every day. There's gonna be something. There's gonna be leaks. You gotta be careful with that because they're not always true, and a lot of them, people spend time to create leaks, which is yeah. You don't think so, but people do that. There's going to be, devs tweeting very often. There's going to be, next makers. So like 2K partner content creators uh, letting you know of things. There's going to be all sorts of information, and hopefully it's good stuff. Hopefully it's stuff that we would like to hear. But there's not much to say right now about 2K24 that I haven't already said in previous podcasts. So I'm just going to leave you guys with there's about 2 weeks, about 2 to 3 weeks until we start hearing stuff. And with that, I'm going to call this one complete. It's just over 20 minutes once again, which I think is okay. But please let me know what you guys think of this, of the podcast system, and how how you're listening, how you're watching. Let me know if you enjoy, if you would want them to be longer. What kind of guests do you want me to have here? What kind of um, maybe topics you want me to bring into the next podcast episode? Let me know. I plan to keep doing these, once a week or so for now. Once news start rolling around, I will be able to do these more often, and they'll also be longer, whether I'm alone or with the guest. So, thank you guys for watching and for listening. Uh, this is the NBA 2K podcast hosted by RF Ribeiro. See you guys on the next one.